Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey McClellan.
And I'm Ashley Erling.
So we thought it would be fun. Here we've been, on the air with our show since May.
Since May, which is
it's been
crazy.
I'm like, what is it? May,
it's
June,
a lot.
July, August, 4 solid months.
Wow, that's actually crazy.
It is, and we've had some unbelievable people.
Yeah,
on
we
the
hit
show.
the ground running on this show.
We did, and we've had these great guests and business owners, and I feel like tastemakers and like the movers and shakers in New England.
Yeah.
So here we're starting September. So we thought it might be fun to kick off the month because now I feel like we're getting our, what was it called, like our sea legs, like we're kind of getting like we're getting like how the show flows.
Yes.
Just to get to know us a little bit better.
Yeah, and actually when you suggested this, I was like, oh yeah, I guess we never did do that.
We never did do that.
We just kind of jumped right in.
We did jump right in, and we both have like really different backgrounds as to how we got to where we are. So we figured that now I'm going to kick it off with this because we know that Ashley is going to be getting married.
It's my entire personality.
In 1 month. I don't want to make you nervous, but it's 1 month away. She's going to get married.
Crazy that it is so close.
It is right around the corner.
Crazy.
You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't want to like scare her because I know that's like daunting.
There's just like a lot to do. Like obviously I'm very excited to get married. The day's going to be amazing.
Right.
We're going to have so much fun. Like I'm looking forward to it like immensely, but there's just so much that goes into planning a wedding. It's nonstop. And I always, when people would kind of talk about that stuff, I would be like,
ugh, whatever.
And I'm not saying it's hard. Like, it's not like it's hard. I'm not, whatever. But I'm like, there's always something that I could be doing.
Right.
Like this morning I was filling out a questionnaire for one of my vendors.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll just knock this out. Like, this will be quick. This will be easy. And like, simple questions. Like, what is the timeline of blah, blah, blah? I'm like,
oh my God.
I don't know. I'm like, I'm going to make it up. I'm just going to make it up and send this questionnaire back because if I now have to go back to figure out a timeline.
Right.
Now I'm holding everything else up. So now I'm just.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just making it up.
As you go.
And that's it.
And it's gonna, and you know what? And everything's gonna be great.
We're all gonna be there. It's all gonna happen.
So everyone's gonna be there. The
and I hope everyone
out.
likes the timeline I made.
The timeline would be perfect. And we actually had this weekend, her aunts and both your aunts.
Two of my aunts
hosted a wedding shower for Ashley in Connecticut.
Yep.
And it was beautiful. And in her bridal party.
Yes.
So we all, actually your entire bridal party.
They all came.
We all showed up for you.
Well, because I have 2 showers because I'm from Connecticut.
Yes.
So we did one in Connecticut. It's kind of like the hometown,
it was
bridal luncheon with the family, and all the and kind of like my mom's friends and things like that. And obviously you guys all came, which was so fun. Some of my Connecticut girlfriends, some of my friends don't live in Connecticut anymore either. There's our bridal party.
There's your bridal party. We all had black dresses and pearls.
The theme was breakfast at Tiffany's, which I loved. I thought.
Did you know that?
I knew because I got Gracie and Mia's invitation.
Okay.
I don't think it was like a surprise.
But like you didn't.
But I didn't plan it.
I love the theme.
No. They came up with. I had no clue. I thought it was adorable when I got the invitation.
Yes.
But yeah, so that was the theme. I love the theme. I've always loved that movie, Audrey Hepburn, etc. So it was very fitting for me. And everyone came in and had a great time, and some of my, friends from home were there, but others have moved away too.
Yeah.
So I have people all over the place, and there we
are. Look at that. And Ashley's dress was beautiful, as as we all knew. Well,
one of the most fun things about getting married is planning the outfits. That's for me a high point is planning the outfits. So that's been a lot of fun for me, and that was one of my favorite dresses that I've you look
beautiful. And I want to ask you this before we start our next segment, really getting to know you, diving deep.
You guys are going to be real sick of me today.
But you had said this during when we were eating lunch, and I hadn't ever thought about this before because I got married when I was 23, and you said, because we always joke, she always calls herself the geriatric bride, which she's not. But you said something that really left an impact on me. Getting married when you're a little bit older, you're like, it really is a lot of fun.
No, it's so fun. I would highly recommend it. Not recommend. I mean, you meet people when you meet people. But what I will say is, if you're thinking, like, whether it's a second marriage or whatever, like that, oh, I wish I had gotten married when I was younger, or like, oh, I'm never gonna meet that person. This has been fantastic. This has been such a fun experience.
Yeah.
And like, because you're not going to a wedding every single weekend, I think that people are also kind of excited.
Oh, I can't wait for it.
We haven't really had a big affair.
Right.
In a while, because everyone has been married for a long time, has already had, kids, and is kind of past that stage. So I'm kind of like the last dinosaur here.
I love it. I'll be there for you.
But it's been so fun, and people have, you know, a little bit more flexibility maybe with their finances to do different things.
Yep.
So, like, obviously we had a lot of fun going our bachelorette trip, and just like even my aunts that came to the shower, they had, you know, now the registry is like, most things just get sent to your house.
Yes, yes.
So I didn't open a ton of gifts when I was there, but the ones that I did were more of just kind of like random things because people just felt like going shopping.
Yeah,
and buying something. My aunt was like, "This is just like a bunch of fun stuff," because I just like felt like going shopping. She'd already sent me
you something.
a gift at the house. So I think that people just are like having fun with it.
Yeah,
and I think that's great.
I love it. Hey, I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm all in. And so stick around because we're going to learn more about Ashley Erling up next. Welcome back to Spotlight New England. So if you're just joining us, we are making today's show all about Ashley. It is, because we thought, you know.
Please don't tune out.
Don't tune out. Stay on. Stay on.
I mean, we're going to do Audrey tomorrow, just in case it, you know, if that's more enticing to you.
Oh, no, but we thought it would be fun. Again, we've had so many great guests on,
Yeah.
and we thought it would be fun just to kind of get to know us a little bit better. You tune in
Like
and
a
you watch.
good time of year to do it too, because it's like fall and routine.
Right,
And like we
it's
never
true.
really did this when we started the show because we just were so eager
true.
to get going with so many ideas and people we wanted to talk to.
Yes, so we're going to start kicking it off with Ashley today. So tell me this, because you have been someone that has been at the same company
Yeah.
for 20 years now?
20 years, yeah.
So, but tell everybody, like, really, let's go back to college. What made
Yeah.
you want to get into, honestly, the news industry to begin with?
Since I know how much time we have, I will take my time.
Take your time.
No, so I went to Roger Williams University. My hoop is caught in my
Is it
thing.
caught?
Yeah.
Her big hoops. She's always got hoops
I always
on.
wear hoops almost because I love them. Anyway, I went to Roger Williams University. I'm from Bristol, Connecticut. I went to Roger Williams University. That was, long story short, that's where I ended up, and it was the perfect place for me. There were different places I applied, and that was ultimately where I ended up, and it was absolutely just the perfect place for me. Great size.
Yeah. Did you love Rhode Island? I
did
love
Rhode
Did you know
Island.
what
Not the way I love Rhode Island now.
Yeah.
It's very, very different. But no, we grew up like coming to Newport pretty frequently.
Okay.
That was probably the majority.
I've never asked you that, if you grew up coming here.
We always went to Newport. My mom actually went to Salve.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. So she loved Newport. And my dad always traveled for business, and like this, I think, was part of his territory. So like we would come here, but usually it was Newport.
Okay.
So yeah, I loved Newport.
Who doesn't love Newport?
I didn't really know much about the rest of it. And then I went to visit the school, and that, Roger Williams has such a beautiful campus.
Yeah, they do.
So that was on the one, it was great. It was great. It was a great fit for me. I always knew pretty much that I was going to likely go into just like communications, like the bubble of communications. Even back in high school, I did the morning announcements.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it wasn't a far stretch. None of this.
She loves a microphone.
I do love a microphone. I've always been a chit chatter. I'm a big talker, Audrey.
Sorry, we get along so well.
It was never a far leap, but I did go to school for public relations because at the time, because I am so old, they didn't even have really broadcast journalism there. They had more of like journalism, like I'm going to write for the Projo.
Gotcha.
Which I did take a bunch of those classes, but I knew I didn't want to write for a paper. I actually had an uncle who was the editor of a paper, and so I knew a lot about it, and I just kind of knew that one specifically wasn't for me. Fast forward to now I think it was sophomore, junior year. And what the Rhode Island Lottery used to do is they would have college students pull the lottery numbers.
Okay.
Every night, wild money, all that, every night, all the different Rhode Island colleges, but you have to audition. So I auditioned to pull the lottery numbers because it sounded fun to me. And it was here at Channel 12 where you did it. And I did but you had to audition here.
Okay.
And like do it in front of the green
screen. We have to find footage of
all
this.
That. Oh God, I'm sure it exists somewhere.
Bonnie we'll have to put Bonnie on it.
It was a long time. It was over 20 years ago because I was in college. So I did get the position. I did it for like 2 years, honestly. So when I would even drive back from Connecticut in the summer to do it.
No way. Yeah. So you were committed to this.
Yeah, I went back and forth. I just enjoyed it. It was very fun, and it was easy, light lift, like that kind of thing. So then because I was here in the building, I was like, oh, this is like pretty cool. Like I like it here.
Yeah.
Like, let me see if I can get an internship here. got an internship here, and that's it. Like, they hired me after graduation.
Unbelievable.
I started as a weekend overnight associate producer, AP, part-time.
And what does that entail? Like, people that don't know.
It was, you basically help the producer of the shows, you help write the shows, but you're not really the one in charge. You're like a helper, an assistant. And this is always kind of like the first position if you're like going this route.
Yeah.
Part-time, between 20 and 30 hours a week. I don't even think I was hitting 30. I don't even think I was, because I was probably still on my parents' health insurance. Moved here anyway.
Yeah.
Just moved here because they were like, I mean, you know, like, we'll give you full-time eventually, probably, as long as
stick
you don't
around. Right, don't mess up.
So weekend overnight would come in at 2 a.m. Yep, and stay until like 8. And I just remember it was like such a crazy time and experience. And even my friends at that time, some of them I'm still friends with, some of them I'm not, but it was such a different lifestyle than like everyone else who had just graduated college were having, because everyone else was just going out and starting their like 9 to 5 and like corporate world and all that. And I was literally working overnight on the weekend, which is like the worst thing you can do to somebody of that age, because you're still trying to like
nightlife.
You're still trying to be cool and like hang out with your friends, and like I would go out with them and like hang out and come into work afterwards. And I wouldn't like drink or whatever, but I would just come to work. But because I came at 2 a.m., that's when people were going home anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just go straight to work. I remember even driving in from Boston to come into work, and then, you know, you get done at 8 o'clock and you go home and you're like, what do I eat right now?
Right. I've been up for hours. But what did you love about that? Because a lot of people, I feel like, with that schedule, I feel like that weeds a lot of people out.
It does weed a lot of people out very quickly. I've seen so many of them come and go.
Yeah.
I don't know. It fit me. I really don't know what else to say about it. Like, it's just always been the right career path for me.
Yeah.
Did I specifically love working weekend overnights? No.
Yeah.
But I always loved TV, and being here has always been very, very exciting to me.
Yeah.
In whatever capacity that was. In the beginning was hard because, you know, writing for television is very different than writing an essay or even writing for a newspaper.
Yeah.
It's a completely different style of writing. So you have to learn that, and it's so quick. It's the shortest thing. Like, writing VOs, which is the main thing you're like writing. Okay, 20 seconds each. You have to tell an entire story in 20 seconds. So I remember, you know, that's obviously very hard. And when I was learning in the beginning, there was this anchor who I'm still great friends with. I would consider him a mentor, if you will, to this day. And I remember we had this like messaging system, and the girl that was training me, I was sitting next to her, and she was like, you know, showing me what she changed in a script and like, you know, all that. But he was messaging her, and I could see that he wrote like, somebody needs to teach this girl to write. And I was like, crestfallen, because I was like, oh my God. I was like, I can't do this. And that was the only time, pretty much,
that you thought.
All of this time that I was like, what do I do if I don't do this? And then whoever I talked to about it, I don't even remember. I was still so new, and they were like, you're gonna learn.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna learn.
You'll get it.
And he was like so nice after that, because I think he found out that I like saw it. And he was like, no, you're doing great. And,
like, I saw the message.
Honestly, after that, I did do great. It was just once you like pick it up,
that's it. You get it.
Yeah, and I always have enjoyed production of television.
Yeah.
Always. Like, I enjoy that. I like thinking about how you're going to put a show together. And
I will say, when I first started here, Brendan, I remember him saying to me about you, he goes, one of Ashley's superpowers is that she can put together a show like no one's business.
I mean, it's so nice that Brendan actually said something nice.
He said super.
He's like, that might be the only. No, I'm just kidding.
It like blazed in my
I do
memory.
really love it. And so I've done that I still do that. I do other things now too, but I still am like a producer at heart, and I've always loved that.
And so bring me through the road show, because that's been your baby since day one.
Yeah, well, more even. I mean, I did news for a certain number of years, probably 4-ish, I think, before we started the roadshow. The roadshow was not in existence.
How did that come? How did the roadshow come to existence?
As the story goes, I believe our GM at the time and our current GM, who was not our GM at the time, were conceptualizing ideas for the station, and this is before lifestyle TV really was like a big thing. Now you can see this piece of hair driving me nuts.
She's a big hair girl. She's a big hair girl. There you go, Ash. Perfect.
There was no lifestyle TV really at that time.
Okay.
And
which is crazy to think.
It is crazy to think about, because now every market has at least one, if not multiple on a station.
Yeah.
Like, so much. But we were really one of the first lifestyle programs in the country, and I'm not lying when I say that.
Yeah.
We truly were. It was in 2009. They said they were starting this show. I was still producing news. I was getting to be like kind of done with it, because it's just, news is difficult. The overnights are hard. I was still had a kind of inconsistent schedule, all of that. And I was like, maybe PR, maybe it is time now to kind of go the PR route. So then they said they were going to do the road show, and they're like, it's going to be entertainment, and it's going to be cooking, and we're building a brand new cooking set here and a brand new set for the show, and we're going to talk to TMZ a couple of times a week about entertainment headlines. And
that was it.
Like, this is my show. Nobody else will get this show. This is my show. And other people obviously applied.
Yep.
We had to go through the whole interview process, other people in the building, and I was like, this is my show.
Wow.
And I just, it was it. So
that was it.
From day one, the road show's been my show.
Yeah.
And over the years, obviously I was the producer at the time. There was another executive producer who was in place, and then she moved on to something else, and she said, would you want to be the executive producer? And at first I was like, ooh, that's a lot, because there's a lot involved with lifestyle TV that is different than traditional news.
Yeah.
With, like, our clients and sales and
I hadn't thought about that.
coming up with segment ideas for clients and things like that. And I was like, oh, that sounds like cool, but like too much.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't know about that. And then I was like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? I called her back immediately. I go, yes, of course I want to do it. I'm sorry.
And that was
like,
I'm actually shocked that you even hesitated.
I get nervous about things.
Yeah.
And like, I was starting to talk myself out of it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Of course you want to do that.
Of course you can do this.
So this has been my show forever, yeah.
And so what is your favorite part about really like every day being part of the roadshow? And now you have this, and I know you have other projects too.
So many.
But what's your favorite part about being, I guess, even just in this industry? Because it is changing all the time.
I guess I like that it changes all the time. Like every day is different. Literally every day is different.
Yeah.
We have the same, 1 hour we have to fill every day, but it's a different hour with different people, different hosts, different guests, different everything, literally everything. And I've just never been the type of person that really wanted to have like a more traditional job. I love the flexibility of this job. I'm in here, I'm not in here, I'm meeting with people.
Yeah.
I'm going out on meetings, I'm going out on shoots. I'm meeting incredible people from all around the area, whether they're a client or a guest or just somebody I happen to bump into, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this would be great for the show. So like, after all this time, it still seems to me just as fresh as when I started it.
Yeah.
Maybe even more so, because I oversee it all. I have so much freedom and flexibility, and to just be like, I love that. Let's figure something out. And
let's do that. Let's do it.
Let's make that a segment somehow.
Now, when we have people on the show, you and I have always said it's so refreshing when like, hey, listen, like even on like my hardest day, this is how I like get through it. Like for you, what is like even on, because I've seen you, there are days that like, and I can say behind the scenes as someone that doesn't do what you do, like a guest will cancel, an idea won't go through. Like there's a lot of like moving pieces, like you said, with sales or like shoots off site.
Yeah.
How do you keep it going and keep yourself sane on those crazy days when you're kind of like, oh, this is a big one. This is a tough day.
I think something that is cool about what we do, that I don't know how many professions really are like this. Once your day is done, that day is done. Like we're not really like carrying work over per se. I mean, there's always like segment, but like if you had a bad day, the bad day happened and it's over, and tomorrow is like a new day. So I just go home and like unwind.
Right.
Whatever that day needs to be unwinded by, whether it's like a martini
Whatever
or like Gilmore Girls, like, and then that's it. It's off the plate, go to bed early, get a good night's sleep, and the next day I usually honestly come in kind of like energized and
fresh,
just
ready to
be
go.
like, you know what, I'm going to start this day different. I'm going to tackle all of this that I need to do.
Yeah.
And like, let's just get this going, honestly.
And what would your advice be for any, maybe like young adults, like, college students that really like, you know what, you see a lot of interns come through here.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. And I just need to, like, what would be your advice to them?
I know exactly what my advice is. Most simple advice. And I've spoken to many classrooms about this over the years. All you have to do is show up and work hard. That is literally all you have to do. You do not have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to, even when you start, necessarily stand out.
Yeah.
But if you are consistent and you are reliable, dependable, and hardworking, you will outlast every single person every single time.
Yeah.
There is no doubt about that. I've never been the smartest person, the best at this, the best at that. I'm pretty good at anything. I'm not bad at
you are.
it.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm smart enough.
Yep.
But like, I've never been like the star this, the star that. But nobody in all of my 20 years that I can really think of has ever outworked me.
See?
And I'm always here.
Yeah.
I'm
are.
always here. I'm
She's always here. First one
present.
here,
I'm
last one to
always-
leave.
Like, I'm always here. So, like, if you just find something you love to do and work hard at it, that's the entire thing. That's all of it.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's all of it.
That's it.
Okay, so I love that we got to know you more. A lot of things I didn't know about you, and I thought I did know a lot.
Interesting.
The lottery thing, I don't know how I didn't know that.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, that's like my claim to fame.
So now I need to go back and find footage.
Rhode Island lottery girl.
But we have more with Ashley, so make sure you stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Spotlight New England, and we are doing. She's fixing her hair. It's take your time because it's the Ashley show.
I
So
know. Well,
I
I
perfect
can't.
today.
It's just like, some days you
Yes,
wake up
Ashley.
and it just isn't doing what you want.
Yes. Don't you wish you could tell your hair what to do?
I do.
All right, so we thought it'd be fun on our last little block today to do a rapid fire questions with Ashley.
Yep.
Now, I do want to preface, I always feel like I have to do a disclaimer beforehand. There is no wrong answer.
Yes, there's no right. I don't know, and I have no clue what she's about. Like, I actually did just for once be like, I'm all right.
She kind of was like hands off. There's a very like Rhode Island-ish questions.
Okay. Yeah, no wrong answer.
But some businesses are involved, and obviously no shade towards any business.
We love
it's just
everyone.
like who you potentially would go to first, right? I'm going to kick it off with something kind of easy, and I'm going to give a shout out to Nick Blair for giving me this one. Okay, ready? Rhode Island, would you prefer to go to a pumpkin patch or apple picking?
Apple picking, because I think that it's more interactive.
Ooh.
And we like to take the kids to do that, and then they eat the apples along the way.
Yeah.
So like I just feel like it's a little more interactive.
I
but I
like
love
that.
pumpkins.
You
but
do
like
like
I could just
pumpkins.
pick those up wherever. I don't need to go get in a patch.
Just to grab one.
I could just
Get
pick them
going
out
around here.
Yeah.
Coffee milk or chocolate milk?
Oh, I would go coffee milk.
Coffee milk?
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so thinking about like either like the Narragansett Bay, are you kayaking or are you on a ferry somewhere?
Oh, ferry for sure.
I feel like you were going to say ferry.
No. Somebody else needs to be in charge of driving that. Yeah, no.
All right, Federal Hill or Thayer Street?
Federal Hill, I would say. I've spent. Thayer Street's fun for different things, but like I like Thayer Street when I was in college. Like, I like the stores that were there at that time. Not that there's not great stores there now.
But it's a whole different ballgame.
But like now I would love, like I like going up to Federal Hill for like a nice dinner.
So where would you go for dinner? This is not one of the questions. Like a Federal Hill? Where do you think you'd want to go?
So Panavino is great. What is it?
Where do we go together? Well, we had the burgers.
Oh well, Harry's.
Harry's. That's
but
right.
What is the one? What is the Italian one? Well, Camille's.
Camille's.
The other Italian one, not Angelo's.
I was going to say, is it Angelo's?
But the other one that's like right near Angelo's. Oh my God.
Zuma?
No. Also great. Anyway, an Italian restaurant.
Federal Hill.
We're almost out of time.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Cello's or Greg's?
Oh, God. Oh, Greg's.
Okay. Garden City or Providence Place Mall?
Garden City.
Newport or Narragansett?
Newport. I'd know Newport more.
Calamari or lobster?
Oh, I'm gonna say calamari because they do a lot of weird like lobster mayo things here. I think we're done.
Oh gosh! All right. Well, Ashley, this is all about Ashley today. Make sure you join us again tomorrow
because it's gonna be all about Audrey. See you then.
Tomorrow. Bye, guys.